everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. And today I have a guest that I have had the pleasure of watching for the last year and a bit. I've got Shane, who is better known as Mr. E, the Low Grade King, as my guest tonight. Shane, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you joining me. The first question I want to ask is, how did you get into comic books? What was it about comics that you liked?
The first thing I saw was a Superman movie with Christopher Reeve. It was the first comic book related thing I saw. So then I had to be like Superman for Halloween and Superman this, Superman that, basically. Yeah, that's pretty much my introduction to comics. But I was young at the time. I didn't know it was a comic book per se.
Right.
Yeah, the first comic book I saw was on like a roller rack at the gas station. But I was too young to read it really. So um, that's my first introduction to what comic book was, rather. Yeah. So
Awesome.
the first comic book I got is around here somewhere. I got to dig through it real quick. I'll show you if I can find it. Let's see here. I'm way disorganized as a person. So this is the
Join the
very
club.
first comic book. The very first comic book I got. Yep. There you go.
Alpha Flight. Oh, very nice. As a Canadian, I'm very attached to that particular book.
Yeah.
Alpha Flight was a big thing when we were kids. So that would put us at similar ages if you went to the movie, because the Superman the movie was actually the first movie my father took me to where it was
Yeah.
just the two of us,
Mhm.
and I was 7 at the time. So
I was actually younger than that. I was
yeah.
like, I was born in '73, so I was really little when I saw that.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm class of 71, as they say. Um, so having had this introduction, did you continue your entire life, or did you, like a lot of us, take a break from comic books?
Well, when I got this, I think a few years later, I went to an Atlas Mall and I seen a rack. I was working at the time. I bought like five or six of them. This is the first time I got introduced to Wolverine.
Right.
It was number, I think, 31, I believe. But the claws are coming out like this from the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
I'm
That was
familiar
my
with the
first.
book. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first Wolverine book, and kind of fell in love with that character more so than all the other ones. And then I got into Spider Man when McFarlane started drawing it.
Right.
So
McFarlane. Yeah, that would have been in 91 or 90,
yeah,
or
I
even
was going to
89, I
college.
think.
Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to college at the time.
Hmm.
So exploded after that when I started going to college.
Right.
I pretty much collected comic books up to like I graduated in '96, so like 4 years I really didn't do much. In the early 2000s I picked it back up, started collecting again. And then I got divorced from my first wife, so for like a couple of years I didn't do nothing. Then I got back into it because I was trying to. She hawked a lot of them, so I got
Hmm.
back into it. Every all the ones she hawked on me, basically. So then I just exploded. Basically, I got a lot now. I
Yeah.
had like four boxes. Yeah, the four
What I
boxes. Yeah, go ahead. Good.
what I particularly like about your videos is the haul ones where you come in, you've gone, and I noticed, like, for example, that you buy a lot of action, and I think that, like, that's great, and such. Do you have a regular place you go to get hauls, or do you go all over the place?
I go all over town basically. There's one comic book store I go to all the time. There's another one I go every once in a while. There's probably like maybe 10 antique malls I go to around here. Yeah.
What
So
what area of the country are you in?
now Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I live like about uh well, we're basically like maybe 20 minutes outside of it, I guess. But we basically say we're from Nashville because it's like right there.
Yeah, I live just outside of Ottawa, Canada. I mean, same thing. I live on the Quebec side, but I say I'm from Ottawa as well, so I
Yeah,
get that.
yeah, yeah. I was basically raised here because my dad was in the military, so he
Right?
did a lot of military stuff at Smyrna Base. So this is where we grew up at, basically.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
cool.
yeah,
Nashville is a city I'd like to visit. So,
yeah, it's nice, nice city.
mm,
Got a lot of hockey tongues.
mm. You also have a hockey team, and that makes it pretty. Um,
Yeah,
is the Titans in Nashville as well? The
yeah.
the, the Tennessee? Yeah. See,
They're
you
really,
have an NFL team, and that's another big thing for me. I'm wearing my Bills jersey right now. So,
yeah, yeah.
okay. So you go to different places. That's cool. Would you say that they have a lot more of the more modern stuff, or is there access to, say, Golden Age and like early Silver?
A little bit of mixture. I probably find more Golden Age books that take places in modern books. Silver Age usually don't turn up that much.
Yeah, really?
Weird, yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah, up here, it's all Silver Age. Like I have no problems finding Silver Age. It's the Golden Age that's harder to find. But
yeah.
that's Canada in general, because we had a lot of the books couldn't come in for a while. So the couple other things that I've noticed on your channel, you
Mhm.
have completed a run of Conan,
Yeah.
and I think you've completed the run of Star Wars Marvel.
Not yet. I got about half of them. Now, Star
Okay,
Wars, that one, I want to get all graded books.
okay,
Like, yeah, but I was trying to get all of them in like nines of white pages, but I got a lot of them. There are 8.5 white pages, and then just because they were cheap, like $20, you know.
hmm
So I got about 25 I need to sit on to get graded. I got about close to 20 that's already graded. Yeah. So I
that
still
that
need
is
about,
cool.
yeah.
That is cool. I mean, I'm not a big fan of graded books myself. I've only got one, but I understand why people are into it. I just
Mhm,
my philosophy is I read everything I have. So
mhm.
if you got it slab, you can't read it. At least
Yeah.
and I like the smell of the paper. I like the feel of it. So this leads me to my next question.
Mm.
What made you decide to do a YouTube channel?
Um, I was watching Alan, a whole bunch of other people. So um, basically just wanted to give my, well, basically, all right. We had a tragedy in the family. Well, me and my wife, and we've been here like 15 years. She had a tragedy about 7 years ago. So it just messed us up. So I kind of jumped into this to keep my mind off of it. So when I saw everybody doing the channels and stuff, I started doing this just for fun and to keep my mind, kind of straight, basically.
So how long have you been on? A couple of years or
Yeah, I think 2022 is when I started.
nice? Because
Yeah,
I can honestly say I watched you before I started.
yeah.
You know, you were one that I know you didn't have a lot of subscribers, but I liked your content, so I had subscribed. I only discovered comic YouTube about a year and a half ago. It never even occurred to me that people would be talking about comic books, which shows you how in the not so technical thing I am, because I never even thought of using the internet that much. I use the internet for research, but I never
Mhm.
thought of it about buying, except for the odd eBay. I didn't even know about My Comic Shop or any of the other places that sell books. And so I've always been. I go to a lot of little shows, so I've always been a digger.
Mhm.
And so it was great to discover. And basically, what happened was I discovered Lunch Money first, and through Lunch Money, I found Alan. And
Mhm.
through Alan, once I started seeing Alan, I found a couple other people, and then a whole bunch of comic channels started coming into my feed, and that's where I caught yours. And so you just showed up in my feed one day, and I tapped on it. I liked it. I subscribed after the first time I watched you. I just I just enjoy your I just like your style. It's really good. For those that haven't watched Mr. E, he's pretty laid back. He talks about the books, what he gets, and he's quite good at talking about, like, you can tell when he talks about it that he likes the books he gets. So I'm going to make you big now and have you show some of your books.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I know you're a DC fan guy. So this is the oldest Superman book I got. Superman number 83.
Wow, that's older than mine. My oldest is 120.
Yeah. Anyway, I got
Very
this.
nice.
It's pretty cheap. It's low grade though, but it's nice though.
Those books, if you can get them in any grade, it's great. Well, that's what, 1955,
1953.
53. Impressive.
Anyway, I bought it because I thought it was cheap, and I don't know why to do so cheap. I thought it was kind of cool how he made a doll so he can escape prison, go save the world, and come back.
That book was recycled in another later book in the Silver Age. Mort Weisinger, who was the editor of the Superman titles back then, liked to reuse books on every 5 to 10 years because his theory being a new group of kids are seeing it, so they haven't seen this story before, and they just kept using the same stories a bit.
All right, the next one I got is Batman 20. I got it from Automatic Comics. It was a little expensive though. It's been restored somewhat. It's got photocopy pages in it, like I think a couple of wraps, and then it's
Right.
been restored when it's fine. But it's the first cover appearance of the Batmobile.
Yeah, and that is a good key to have.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's nice.
and the way the way that car is, there's no doubt who owns it.
Oh yeah. It's probably like .5 restored, pretty much probably. Probably get a green label too.
Do you submit books to CGC?
Yeah, I have in the past. I'm only done like 5 or 6 times, I think. But it's mostly to get like artists to sign or actors, basically. Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. This one, Tim Holt comic books. It's hard to find some of the issues. Number 30 is impossible to find, and when I do, it's like $5,000 or $4,000.
I
But
believe it.
26 came up last year. This is not bad shape, and it's a red mask cover. It's hard to find this one.
Beautiful. That looks like in really good shape. Now, that white, that's the smoking gun, right? That's not like a defect.
Yeah, smoking
Perfect.
gun.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I've been looking for it for several years, and it came up. It
Mhm.
was like
Are
under
you
$100, so
a
wasn't that
big
bad.
Western comic fan?
Oh yeah, I like a lot of the older Western stuff. My dad used to watch all the old TV shows and stuff like
Right.
that. So I've been picking up some of them. Let's see.
My dad
And
used to say he was a big fan of Gunsmoke. So
yeah, I've seen a lot of them issues. I mean, not issues, shows.
yeah,
All right, now this one I bought right when I got back in the comics. It's Spotlight number 5, Ghost Rider first appearance.
nice.
I bought this, I think, in 2014 or 2015, I believe.
So you got it before the big explosion in price.
Oh yeah. I only paid like 175 for it.
Yeah, see, I've seen that book at my local comic shop for $400 Canadian, which is
Yeah,
about 250 in
yeah,
your money. So that's a good price.
yeah. It's probably, I would say it's probably like a 6, give or take, pretty much. Just got
It
some
sure,
spine.
yeah. But the thing is, I'm looking at this book and I can't see any spine ticks for where it is.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like,
now I do, but only because you brought it so close that I could see it. From a
yeah,
distance,
yeah.
that looks like a beautiful book.
Oh, it is. It's just that the spine ticks right there. It's got like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 12 spine ticks, and I got one crease right here. Yeah, There you go. One crease right here. Right here.
Again, see from where I'm sitting, I can't really see that. So
Right there.
there it is. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, there's
Uh,
nothing
have, you,
wrong with it.
have you thought about getting it pressed?
I thought about it. The only like I said, um, if I do send anything else in, it probably will be the most expensive ones. So like I said, I only sent off stuff to get autographed, basically.
Right.
Um, and I would say this one right here is another one I bought. I bought this during COVID. Uh, I think right before COVID, actually, before the big price boom. This one right here. 'Cause I always wanted this book.
Yeah, that's another good one. That's
Yeah,
one I want, but it's one of those ones that it's kind of like number 20 on the list. I've got so much more I want to get first.
yeah. But this was a good price, so I went and grabbed it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't blame you. That went up so fast, so quickly.
Oh yeah, yeah. And now this one right here is probably one of the jewels in my collection. Now this one is Iron Fist number 14, but it's a 35-cent variant. I sent this off to get graded, just because it's
Yeah,
a 35-cent variant.
which makes it the rare one if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Came back I thought it'd be like a 2.5 or a 3, but came back at 3.5.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, this one right here was only distributed because they only use like for a 35-cent variant. They picked one city to throw
Right.
some of the titles in. This was in Memphis.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
So I guess there's a few of those in your area.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I bought it in my local comic book shop, I just thought it was a regular, you know, 30-cent one because it was only paid like 175 for it. So so I was like, okay, I always wanted it, so I went and bought it. I didn't notice it was 35 cents until a couple of days later.
Now, a question based on the fact that you call yourself the low grade king. Where
Uh-huh.
did that come from? Is that something that you just call yourself, or
Now, all the really big books I got, they're really low grade.
okay?
That's why I did that. Like, let's see. Well, this is low. This is low grade right here. This one is low grade.
And yet it still looks so beautiful. That is such a great cover.
Yeah. This one right here has a split. It is Tor right here. Goes, let's see. Let me find it right here. Right here, down. Got a split right
Okay.
here. You can barely
Yeah,
see it.
I can actually no, but I can see a little bit of discoloring in the DC
Yeah.
logo there. But other than that, it's fantastic.
But the problem right there is somebody took a pen,
Oh,
covered it in right here. So it's gonna be restored. So
hmm
it's probably about 3.5 restored. Maybe higher. I don't know. It's got some creases on it, but I got it cheap, so
so restored books don't bother you because
no,
some people
no, no.
yes, some people will not buy restored, but Alan will, and because again, he gets it for cheaper that way. So
Yeah.
I would if that was the only copy in front of me.
Yeah. I bought a lot of restored stuff if this is a nice copy because I'm not gonna be able to afford the stuff that's not restored. Which one I got here? Now this one right here. This is restored.
Still nice.
All right, I'm gonna take it out of the bag. Well, it's restored, but it's like probably not very. It's like I gotta explain it. It's weird. All right, so somebody took two halves of a cover and put them together. All
I've
right,
heard
so
about that before.
yeah,
What do you think that was in the okay, based on the age of the book? Do you
yeah,
think that was done in the 80s when everybody was actually restoring their books?
maybe because it was done really well. Okay, 'cause it took me
Mhm.
forever to figure it out. The only reason I figured it out is because let's see, let me find it. Anyway, it's missing a little bit corner on one of these. Let's see. Anyway, I'll show you where it is. So if you follow, It's hard to do this backwards. All right. This line, the helmet right here. You know,
Right.
and helmet, and then you follow the helmet, go down the horn, then the
Right.
zigzag on the bubble, and then around Thor's hammer right here.
That's
And then
one hell
around the
of a
bubble.
beautiful. That's one
Yeah,
hell of a
around the
beautiful
bubble.
match. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Go around the bubble, and then the edge right here is the end of it. So they put it together like that.
So what does it say on there? Does it give the A or the C? Should say the
It's
C.
C5. C5.
Yeah, C5 being really well done restoration.
C5 is I think amateur. I believe. I think
I thought
it's
C meant
expensive.
professional.
No, A. I think A is I don't know. I think A is. I believe.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'll look it up
so
later.
what? Can you look at it right now?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, do real quick. Comic restoration. Comic restoration CGC codes. Scale. All right, here we go. Okay, C is poor, and 5 is extensive.
Okay, yeah. So it's poor extensive because they married that. So it says color touch piece added to cover, glue on cover because they glued it together.
Yeah.
A large piece married to cover with tape. So after they taped it, they kind of glued it a little bit, but you can't really tell. They did a really good job.
No, if you hadn't pointed it out, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
known.
So I paid less than $1,000 for this. It came run under like I think 940 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, but bought it on my income tax money. I think 2019, I believe, 2018 or something like that.
So pre-COVID, that's a good time to buy.
Yeah, but I was looking at it, trying to figure out where the piece was married. I couldn't figure it out. It's been relisted, listed, and when it came down below 1,000, I went and bought it.
Nice.
Yeah, I ain't got a problem with restore stuff because otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford it. Let's see.
I have to admit, I'm jealous of your comic rack too. Those things are impossible to find.
Man, I got that at Hobby Lobby. They were just
Okay.
getting rid of some old stuff. Pay like get $25 for it.
Wow.
Yeah. And this right here, yeah, I pay like $400 for this.
No way. That's beautiful.
5.0. It's restored though. Again, extensive. The problem with this one was it's a B3 though, so it's better than the other one. It's
Mm-hmm.
modern, but it has right edge trimmed. So it's been trimmed right here a little bit.
Trimming is one thing that disappoints me. I bought a book. I bought an Adventure 346 that once I got it home, he didn't say anything about it, but once I got it home, I noticed it was trimmed.
Yeah.
I was wondering why he was only charging $25, but it was still disappointed. Like I didn't realize it till I got it out of the bag and looked at the size of the comic and went, "This is too small for a Silver Age book."
Yeah, my comic book shop always tells me if I buy a raw one if it's been like tempered with.
Mm-hmm.
This is only slight trim though. It's only a little bit though. It's not much at all.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I only pay a little bit for it. And I got this one restored too. X-Men that one.
Giant size, nice.
Now this one ain't that bad though. Reason why this is restored is because somebody glued a split right here all the way down.
Okay.
And it's got tape right here. Yeah. Tape right there. There's one thing wrong with it. If they hadn't done that, it would still been probably a 3.5, maybe a 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's not bad. I got it at my local comic book shop.
Nice.
Blood glare. Yeah. Let's see what else I got here.
Do you go to a lot of shows?
I started going to shows 2021 Fanboy Expo in Knoxville
Okay.
because they have it's the biggest one in our state. Um, so I just started going there because they got a lot of celebrities and stuff.
Right.
So like
Did
here's
you
one
go?
of I got. You what now?
Did you go and meet like a lot of comic celebrities there?
Well, I met mostly actors there.
Okay. That okay. Well, who did you meet? I'm curious.
Um, I'll show you the biggest one I got from that for the first year is right here. Yeah, this is from 2021. I got a Star Trek 55 signed by George Takei and
Nice.
Walter Koenig. I don't know how to pronounce it. And William Shatner.
Oh, very nice. Judging what the one time Shatner came to my local big con, based
Yeah.
on what he was charging then, I can only imagine how what he was charging in 2019. And to George Takei and Walter Koenig as well. Wow, and that must have cost a pretty penny. I'm impressed.
Well, William Shatner was 100. George was 80, and uh, Walter was not. It was like 60 or something like that. He wasn't that much. But hardly nobody was going to his booth though. So it was,
Those are the two people. Okay, those are the two people. You have the two people from the original Star Trek that I haven't seen in at a con.
all right.
We got to see Leonard Nimoy just before he passed away.
Mhm.
So, but and Nichelle Nichols as well before she passed on. But Koenig was supposed to come, he canceled. But we had Shatner, we had yeah, you got the two that didn't come. I mean, obviously the others that had passed away, like DeForest Kelly and Scotty. They were James Doohan.
And I also got Robert Patrick signature and it was Edward Furlong. What was his name?
Yeah, that was the guy that was in it with him. Yeah,
Yeah, they both signed my Terminator 2. This is one
nice,
issue I had since I was a kid. And then I had Peter Weller sign my RoboCop 2 #1.
nice.
And who else I have signed that year? Oh, this one. This is not my book, it's my wife's.
Very nice.
So she had a box of comics. This was the best one she had in there. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But then when the comic book convention came out in 2021, I thought it was kind of crazy how Tim Cummings, the guy who did the voice for Tigger and Winnie the Pooh for the TV show cartoon, was
Yeah,
there. So I was like, it's just faith, fate right there. So go and get rated and sign for her. So that's what I did. But I thought it was gonna be a 5, but it came back at 4.5 because it's got some slight lines coming down here from where it's been open and closed, read a lot. But it's still a nice presenting comic though.
it is, and it's interesting that you managed to get your hands on a Whitman variety, considering most Whitmans are in Canada as
Yeah.
opposed to the Gold Key.
And let's see. Oh, let's see. Do I got them over here that bring one? I don't think I did. Ugh. No, I did bring one over. Okay. I also got these 3 books at the convention that year.
Nice,
They're Red Sonja books. You got this one.
nice,
You got this one.
excellent. And I love on that one. I love on that one how with the red background, you can barely see her hair. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Huh? That's pretty cool. And then there, this one.
Oh, that's the best. Covered in
Now, so,
blood.
so they're all signed by his name Goldman. Is that his name? The artist, guy's the first name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Marvel. He signed all these. So I got all these for 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, they signed for free. So I just paid like $20 for him.
Wow, that's nice. I got to meet Robert Patrick last September. He was in Ottawa.
Yeah, he's
He's a
pretty
very
cool.
nice gentleman.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And let's see. One year I only got 2 signatures because I only got 2 signatures in 2022. So 2022, I just got 2 signatures.
Nice.
I got this one right here signed by what's his name? Thomas Jane.
Nice.
That's his name, Thomas Jane. The guy who
I think
played
so.
yeah.
Yes.
So he signed it all the way across like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, then this is probably the coolest one. I got Lee Majors to sign a $6 million man, number 5, and he put Lee Majors, Colonel Steve Austin on it.
Nice. You know, that is a very underrated show.
Oh yeah, I used to watch
It
all
should
the
have been.
time.
I don't think it's available as a collection, and that's why it's not more popular.
Mhm. Yeah, it's hard to. I think you can still find on.
Oh, you can download it. I could get all the episodes, I'm sure, somewhere.
I can't remember. There was I forgot what TV show channel I watched them on recently. All right, so let's see. This one, this one. All right, so yeah, yeah. This was in 2023. I got 3 books signed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got Linda. I forgot her name. Yeah, my wife's got this signed for herself. Uh, Blonde woman chick. What's her name?
Uh,
Linda. I really
that
bad with.
Lindsay Wagner, I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
Lindsay
yeah,
Wagner.
yeah, yeah. She signed that. Yes.
That's
From
awesome.
yeah, yeah. She's pretty cool. Then Glenn. I didn't write down. I'm really bad with names. This is stuntman for Return of Jedi. I can't remember his last name. Anyway, he signed this. He was a stuntman for Boba Fett and Return of Jedi.
Nice. Caulfield, does that say?
I can't remember his.
Yeah, I don't know who the stuntman is either.
It's Glenn something. I can't remember.
On here, but but the Boba Fett stuntman?
Yeah, he's one of the. Yeah, he was the one in the
Uh,
scene where it's the pit with the. I can't
Glenn
remember.
Randall Jr.
Yes, that's it. Yes. Okay. There he is. Yeah. That's pretty cool. And then this one right here is probably the coolest one of that year. This is John, I think it Ray's Davies. Yeah,
John
that's
Rice
it.
Davies?
Yes, yes. He
Gimli.
plays Saul. Yeah, there you go.
Kala, yes. Yes.
Yeah,
He's another gentleman I've had the pleasure of meeting. He's a really nice man.
yeah. He picked a really nice color for this one.
Yes, that's a good looking one.
Yeah. So I picked up #1 issue recently. So if Harrison Ford ever does any signings, I'm going to have him sign the #1 issue of this. All right. So
Does Harrison Ford do the circuit? I don't think I've ever seen his name.
I don't know. I'm hoping he will because he's done the Marvel movie with he's the Red Hulk now.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping he does because I'll just not see him in a Jeep commercial.
because
So you know,
based on the fact that Mark Hamill was charging $350 in
yeah.
Toronto 2 years ago, he would be probably $500-600.
Well, all right. So Natalie Portman was charging $800.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, so then it'd be a lot more.
Now, well, see, some of them don't charge that much. I mean, like some of the people don't charge that much because William Shatner could charge tons of money.
Yeah.
$100 for charges. I think the ones who charge like not very much money, just enough to make a little bit,
Well,
but give
in a,
back to the fan.
yeah.
I
In a
like that
lot
better.
of cases, I know this from knowing some of the people who run the Ottawa Comic Con.
Uh-huh.
In a lot of cases, the prices are set because they pay the actor a fee to
Yeah,
show up, and then they price it based on recovering that fee.
yeah.
You know.
So this one is all right. Peter Culling, the
Hmm.
guy who did Optimus Prime voice. That's his name.
Yes, I know who he is. Yep.
All right. So he was there last 2024. So I'm been waiting in line to get this book signed. Okay. So he said, he's not gonna do no, just sign his name only, and he'll put no quotes or nothing on there. Don't ask for nothing. So I showed up with this book, and he smiled. He goes, "You made my day." He gave me a quote and a couple more things on it because I showed up with this.
Nice.
Okay, this is number 3. He goes, Heart, Eeyore, and then oh bother, but Eeyore says his name. Okay,
Nice.
that is cool. Yeah. So I had this one, so I figured since I graded my wife's number 2, I would do my number 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like gold key books myself. I think it was such a different day and such a different type. They don't make comics for children anymore, and in a way, it's too bad.
Yeah, because the market changed. They
Yeah.
just make comics for people like us, basically. All they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh, sorry.
but
Okay, there we go.
I got like 4 more ones, 4 more.
4 more.
Then,
Okay, we'll
yeah,
go
now
with.
I'm done with the signature stuff. All right, so Danny Glover was there last year,
Mm-hmm.
so I got him to sign a Predator number 2 book. This is from the first movie, but it's the only one I had. So he put I forgot uh I can't read it. Detective well, anyway, I forgot the character's name. Anyway, he signed this. He's like 83, I think. So Danny Glover never shows up in these things.
Right.
And it was like I think $80, man.
That's a beautiful book.
Yeah, it's nice. All right, so have you ever seen you know who Williams is?
Yes.
Okay. So he did a voice for the Penguin in the anime series.
Yeah.
So he signed this for me last year.
Nice.
Yeah. So he put the Penguin right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah, it's
I
pretty cool.
managed to meet the guy who played Penguin on Gotham.
Oh, really?
Robin Taylor.
Mhm.
Robin Lord Taylor or something like that.
Yeah.
He really looks like the Penguin. The poor guy.
All right. So this one is Walking Dead 97. So C. Thomas Howell had a brief part in the TV series. I forgot what part he played. I can't remember. Anyway, the characters in this book. So he signed this for me.
Nice.
And the last signature I got this a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
This is at the Celebrity Nashville Comic Con, basically what they call it. But it's like small. They only had one comic dealer. Anyway, Chevy Chase was there. So he did a movie called The Memoirs of the Invisible Man. It was based on this book from a few years before that. I think he did in 92. So in 87, I think the book came out. It
Right.
was just a reimagined Invisible Man update to the future, like present day
Yeah.
thing. So I had him sign the old classic Invisible Man comic book right there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That must have been a pretty penny. Chevy Chase would. I would think he would not be cheap.
It was 150 to get signed.
Yeah.
But I mean, 150, you never see him out doing
Yeah, no, I
circuits.
know.
That is cool.
I agree with you because I passed on 1 year. Scully was there,
Yeah.
and I passed on that, and I haven't been able to find Gillian Anderson ever since. And I wish to hell I had done it because I see I've got a lot of Buffy, and I've got Tom Welling from Smallville,
Mhm.
um, and I've got Billy D. Williams, but I don't have a lot. Like I passed a lot of years on people. Now I'm regretting it.
Yeah. I'd pass on a few too.
Yeah, those were great books. As I said, it amazes me some of the books you show on your channel, and I'm very, very happy that I get to watch it. Everybody out there, you need to subscribe to Mr. E, the Low Grade King. You were at what, about 250, 270 subscribers?
Yeah, up to like 296, and I dropped down to like 294, I think.
Okay. He is close to 300 subscribers. So we did it for some other people. So let's go over and give Shane some love, and let's get him up there in the subscriber count, because honestly, he is very good. The books he picks for his top tens, like it tells me the kind of collection you have, and it is very varied, and it's fantastic. You can tell that you have taken the time, and you've been very, I won't say choosy to condition, but you've been very good at picking books you want to get, and I applaud you for that. I really appreciate that you got the shit that I got to share this with you. So if anybody has any questions for Shane, go over to his channel, and he'll put them in his comments. His comments will be engagement. That's great. Or if you ask them through me, I'll pass them on in his comment section. Thank you very much, Shane, for joining me tonight. I really enjoyed looking at your books and talking
Thanks
to
for
you.
having me.
Okay. Thank you, everybody who's watched the video today. If you've liked what you've seen, please like, comment, and subscribe. Put down below which books you liked, and if you had any experiences getting signatures too, you want to tell about it. I'm happy to read it, and we'll respond to it. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. My name's Matt, and I like comics, and I hope you do too. Bye,
All right.
everybody.